Hello everyone, it's Alex again, and today we will do some weapons fixing in Alpha Project 0.3. So this is the weapon from that mod, the M203, the assault rifle with the grenade launcher. As you can see, we have some animation problem right here. So this is how the weapon looks by the standard. So what you can notice here is that the hand goes through the weapon. This is the reload animation. I have no idea why the mod animator did this. I mean, why didn't he move hand on the grenade launcher right away? And to make this work in the mod, they did a little trick. So they used reload fade timers in the game, so that when the reload is finished, so that the hand, instead going through the barrel, it will go automatically on the grenade launcher down here. But because it's a fade timer and not the fixed animation itself, the transition between reload and stand is a little bit bad. I'll show you this after a moment. So you will see what the problem is with the animation. Now I fixed it myself. It took me just like 10 minutes only, maybe even less, I don't know. Here's how the animation should look like. I mean, it's really easy to move the hand down here. I mean, I don't really see a problem why they didn't do it right away. But here is how the fixed animation should be. So I fixed it for myself because I'm going to use this weapon in my mod. And it's really easy, and I'll show you more modified things in a moment. Okay, so here we are in this mod. So this is I'll show you at first the original rifle, how it looks like, and then I will show you afterwards how my modified looks like, so you can compare how it was and how it's after. So the first thing I did, I moved the whole weapon, all those animations, the stand, the firing, the sprint and all. I moved the weapon a bit down and a little bit more to the camera, so it appears much smaller on my edited version, because right now it's too much in the screen and I don't like that a lot. Also, I did remove in my version all those camera movements from sprint, from deployment. Then I also modified the zoom stand animation and zoom firing and all of that in my version, so the weapon is much more far away from the camera. So it's because here it's too much close, and watch this firing animation. I think it's yeah, it's rather bad, I would say, because the weapon is jigging too much and it goes too much to the screen, so I modified that in my version as well. So yeah, of course I forgot to reload. So also the one thing is that the reload in this version is not as smooth, because you can see the hand in the end, the transition between the reload and stand, it's not as smooth, so I fixed that in my version. It's now much better. So yeah, that's about it. I will show you my modified rifle in a moment. Okay, and this is how my modified weapon looks like. As you can already notice, the weapon is more to the corner and it's a little bit down, so it appears to be a little bit smaller, because it was way too much in the screen. I don't like that. Here you can see all the camera movements removed from sprint, from deployment. Here is how the zoom stand animation looks like. You see the weapon is much more out of the screen. I mean, it's a bit far away from the camera. Also, one thing about this weapon, because I moved zoom stand, zoom fire and all those animations, because I moved it away from the camera, the zoom in animation would not work, and because of that I had to remove it completely out and use the trick with the fade timers again, just like the devs used it on the reload animation. So this weapon, it doesn't have a zoom in animation, there is nothing. I'm just using the fade timers. It's a really clever trick. I didn't even knew that battlefield weapons can work without the zoom in animation, but you can see it's really smooth and it works just like a normal zoom in animation would. So this is how it looks like. Also modify the zoom in fire, so it's the weapon doesn't jig too much after the firing. I mean, it's like only a little bit now, so I like it a lot. I just need to work on the hip firing animation, because this one I didn't modify yet. You see the weapon goes too much back to the camera. It's a lot, and in the zoom in fire I removed that. I made it much shorter. And here is how the reload looks like now. The transition in the end is much quicker and smoother, because the hand goes on the grenade launcher right away and not through the barrel. So yeah, that's how my edited weapon looks like. I'm doing it only for myself. I mean, it's not like I was doing it for the alpha project developers. I mean, if they want the modified version, of course I can give it to them, but I modified it only just for myself, because this is how the weapon should look like in my mod, because I like it a lot, not unlike it was previously. I mean, modified it for my liking. That's how it is. Just need to fix the hip firing animation, and then yeah, and then weapon will be pretty much ready. And then I just need to work on the grenade launcher as well, remove all those camera bones, and like make the sprint fade timer shorter. I mean, it's too much and everything, but yeah, soon this weapon will be done and we'll go to my mod instead. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.